Hey guys, ArtisanTony. I wanted to interrupt my normal broadcast schedule and actually make an apology video to a friend of mine, gun websites. Let's see, where did I start? Last night, and not knowing it was actually gun websites putting it on, because when I saw the channel, it wasn't gun websites channel, and so I saw a chat labeled basically how to talk to liberals, and it seemed like an apologist type subject to me. And then when I saw it was on some channel not related that I didn't realize was related to gun websites, I immediately 30 years of my history rushed back to me and made me so frustrated that I started my own chat to counterbalance what I thought was an apologistic, movement on the part of some conservatives to, to sort of start some sort of dialogue that I thought was never going to happen, that was never going to be reciprocated. So I got a lot of thoughts running through my head. Let me just get these all straightened out here. But first I want to apologize to gun websites, because I think it came across as if most of what I was saying was directed at him, when actually it's directed at liberals. You have to understand, I'm 50 years old. I've been interested in politics my entire life that I can even remember. Let's just call it 30 some odd years. And for my entire life, I have seen our society been degraded by liberalism, progressivism, so-called progressivism. And, our culture has been totally changed by it. We have allowed it to be changed. And, I have seen, this history of, liberals claiming to be, more intellectual than conservatives, especially in the South. We're Bible-thumping, gun-toting rednecks. That's the language, that's the talk that we get. We get language like I just saw where this leftist cartoonist made a cartoon about Chris Kyle, and it was showing his grave, and underneath it said, "If only there had been a good guy with a gun." That's the talk that we get from the left. The left basically made Garner just recently a superhero by claiming that what he has done was basically justified because of the history of the LA Police Department. That's the talk that we get from the left. There are many, you got this lib talker guy, I forgot his name. and I'm going to do a video on this just to show where I'm coming from. You got lib talkers talking about conservatives standing in circles with guns and shooting each other. That's the talk that we get. We got no talk with gun legislation. There was, right after Sandy Hook, there was no seminars from the left on what should we do about gun control with conservatives. It was here's the gun ban, we have a president and a Senate, we're going to ban guns. Of course, we're willing to defeating that, but that's the talk we get from the left. I could sit here for hours and hours and hours and discuss the talk that we get from the left. And so you have to understand, when I saw that title, basically how are we supposed to, let us learn how to talk to them. You have to understand that 30 years of history came rushing back to me in a raging fit. And of course, a nice guy like me, that's how I pitch a fit as I get on, and have a chat and try to counterbalance what I see as apologetic. So anyway, but what I did not mean to do was create friction between my friend, gun websites, and me. And I think some of that came across in my frustration, it came across possibly pointed at him, and I didn't mean it that way. I think he is a great voice for conservatism. I think he does a lot for the cause, especially gun rights. You know, I appreciated that very much when he and Hoss came to visit me. And that's where I think our friendship kind of, you know, further developed. And so I didn't mean, and this is an earnest apology, I did not mean for anything in my chat, and I have taken it down because I do not want to misrepresent how, you know, my assumption about our friendship. So, and you know, I did talk to gun websites on the phone, and I did apologize, but I wanted to do it publicly too, because I don't think a private apology really is enough in some cases like this, where you do something public and then you apologize privately. I don't think that's enough, so I'm doing it publicly now. But that said, I am going to make a video about this very subject, and I've been wanting to do this a long time. You know, I've got this little series going, how to, you know, basically how to defeat liberalism, or the fact that we do need to defeat it. And this is one of the subjects I was going to hit on anyway. And so you can imagine, I've already been thinking about it and had this video planned, and all of a sudden now I've got this title right in front of me. You know, it seems like, you know, and honestly, I don't think it's necessary that many liberals take part in that discussion, because to me, having an open forum where there's too many liberals sitting in the room, let me think about this for a second. I think I may be talking without thinking on that too. Maybe it's okay, but you don't want your discussions to come across as apologetic. In other words, you know, we already show enough weakness as it is. That's why we're losing our rights to liberals, is because we've negotiated too much. We've placated. We've, you know, I'm at a loss of terms here, but you know, that's where I think we're standing now in our losses, is that we've talked too much about it, and we've allowed them, you know, to have their say and actually have their legislation. So anyway, I didn't mean this to be too much of a rambling, but I wanted to clarify my position on it, and also to talk about how much I appreciate gun websites, and even Hoss. Sometimes we have debates, and it may seem like we are fighting amongst ourselves, but I think, you know, friends can remain friends through those kinds of things. I hope they do anyway. So okay, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you watching, and have a good day. Let's just hope the asteroid keeps going.